ating dalawang district superintendents sa kanilang paglilid sa ating morning devotion. Muli ay pasalamatan natin ang Panginoon sa panibagong araw na tayo ay malakas, masigla, malusog, bagamat maraming inaantok. Sa pagod siguro. Salamat sa Panginoon sa patuloy na pagbigay sa atin ng lakas. Mga kapatid, let me make some announcements this morning. I would like to announce the transfer of several pastors. Reverend Glicerio Ferrer from Quezon City, Philippines Annual Conference to Philippines Annual Conference. And also the Reverend Tess Cruz from Quezon City, Philippines Annual Conference to Philippines Annual Conference. And are they around? Wala. Si Pastor Tess nagpaalam sapagkat meron daw itutukhang gustong siya ang queen doon sa ano ng mga police, so she excused herself. And also I would like to announce the transfer in of the Reverend Paul Kong. Paul, will you please come forward? Please come in front. From Texas Annual Conference to Philippines Annual Conference. Let's welcome Brother Paul Kong, our missionary from GBGM, and he decided to join us here in the Philippines Central Conference. He was processed by the Board of Ordained Ministry and consequently approved. So I'm announcing his transfer here in the Philippines Central Conference. Balakpakan po natin. And he indicated his desire to join in several committees. So if the Committee on Nominations have some time to talk to him and ask his preferences, at least maximum of 3 committees, you can invite him to join. That's all. Thank you, Paul. You may join the conference. He was here ever since the beginning of the conference. All right. Let me also announce the inquiry of Attorney Carlos. I was in conversation with Judge Larida, and he excused himself because he has his final defense today on his dissertation paper in Philippine Christian University, hoping that he will pass and he'll become a doctor. And I also made a research from the Book of Discipline, and according to the Book of Discipline, paragraph 602, let me see, paragraph 602, 7 or 10 something, I failed to bring my notes. The conference chancellor, as nominated by the bishop, approved by the conference, is allowed or the right to voice but no right to vote. And he is serving as advisor to the bishop and the conference. So, unlike the conference lay leader is an ex officio of many memberships. So that's the role of the chancellor, attorney. You are my legal advisor and the advisor of the conference. So if there are issues and concerns that need legal mind, Attorney Carlos is always available. But in your case, attorney, you are representing 2 offices, right? Delegate of the local church. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
you are a delegate of COS and representing the Office of the Chancellor.
Yes, po.
So you can join any committees by virtue of your delegation as local church delegate. So you can join
Opo.
at least 3 committees. Yes, sir.
Thank you po. Salamat po.
Sige po. Yes, Desbong.
Bishop and members of this conference, good morning. I just want to make some clarifications regarding the statement that was mentioned by the bishop regarding the disciplinary provisions, in particular the functions of the chancellor of the conference. I was being enlightened by those wisdom that the chancellor will serve as the advisor of the bishop and will give disciplinary advices or legal advices. Bishop, for me, implies that the chancellor should stand in a neutral ground regarding issues, and he will not take a stand against the bishop.
Yeah, that's correct. And I believe he's doing that. He's standing to support me. And he's my legal advisor. All right, friends, let's continue with our agenda. And before me are 2 reporters. As I announced yesterday, please, if you are ready to report, register to the secretariat so that the secretary will guide the chair. The first reporter this morning is the PAC treasurer, followed by the CFA. Are you ready? Sige po. Let me remind all reporters, because we only have 1 day, and tomorrow, if we can finish early, let's maximize the day. And for today, I am appealing to all reporters to please limit your report. Maximum 10 minutes. Will that be all right with you? All right. 10 minutes is long enough. So, kung babasahin nyo po mga 10 pages, please just read the title and the recommendation. So, alam nyo na ibig sabihin siguro. Sige po, Treasurer, please.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Good morning po, Bishop.
Morning.
Ang kopya po ay dinidistribute na po para sa ating lahat. So, may I start?
Yes.
Report of the Annual Conference Treasurers. Today, I am pleased to present to you, as your Annual Conference Treasurer, the financial statements of the Philippines Annual Conference as of December 31, 2017, as audited by our external auditors, Virgilio R. Santos and Company, Certified Public Accountants. Our external auditors once again rendered an unqualified opinion for the audit of our financial statements, financial performance, wherein they expressed that the financial statements of the PAC present fairly in all material respects, the financial position, results of operation, and cash flows of the entity in conformity with generally accepted accounting principles. Makikita nyo po dun sa susunod na page ay yung pong opinion or the report of our independent auditors. Diyan po nasasaad, diyan po sinasabi na they are rendering an opinion that the financial statements present fairly in all material respects the financial position of the PAC as of December 31, 2017. At pinakita po sa mga susunod na pages, yun pong comparative figures for 2016. I am also pleased to inform you that the total apportionments remitted by our two districts as of the period amounted to 2,298,880. The Northwest Metro Manila District, headed by Reverend Parcasio G. Roberto G. Parcasio, our beloved DS, remitted a total of 969,397. Kinuha po natin yung percentage niya sa total apportionment na na-collect. Nag-represent po yan ng 42%. On the other hand, the Southwest Metro Manila District, headed by Reverend Egmedio C. Domingo, our beloved DS also, remitted the amount of 1,329,483 pesos, representing 58% of the total apportionment remitted. We continue to praise God for the faithfulness of our two district superintendents in remitting their apportionments. Makikita po niyo ang yung pong report. Yan po ay makikita natin. Yung pong sinabi kong apportionment doon po sa Statement of Receipts and Expenses of the General Fund. Yun po yung unang account, no? Yung apportionments from churches, totaling 2,298,880. The total receipts amounted to 3,265,409 pesos, while disbursements amounted to 2,512,507. Yan din po sa report na yan, makikita po natin yung total receipts na sinasabi ko. From last year's 2016, it was 3,064,893, while for this year, there was an increase in the amount of 200,516. It went up to 3,265,409. And then, dun naman po sa total disbursements o total program expenses, I mentioned that our total expenses for 2017 was 2,512,507. From last year's 2,325,293. It also went up by 187,204. Kaya kung makikita po ninyo, doon po sa susunod na linya, yung pong excess of receipts over expenses, meron pong excess na 752,902. However, nagkaroon po tayo ng administrative expenses amounting to 784,841. Kaya po, we incurred a deficit of 31,939. So, total receipts pertain to apportionments from churches. Makikita nyo po doon sa breakdown po ng ating receipts. Ang composition po niyan ay apportionment from churches, offerings and donations from members, PAC registration, and interest income. While our disbursement comprise program expenses totaling or consisting of district ministerial expenses, conference expenses, remittances to the Philippine Central Conference, and administrative expenses and other program expenses, which I mentioned a little earlier, that it totaled 2,512,507. Let me make a brief report on our PAC expenses last year. Last year's PAC receipts, if you will see, dun po sa pangatlong item sa ating receipts, it's 393,600. Doon naman po sa program expenses, ang PAC expenses po natin last year amounted to 462,930. So last year po, there was a deficit of 69,330 pesos na na-incur po natin sa pag-hold natin ng ating conference sa Tagaytay. On the statement of financial position, which is our balance sheet, yung pong page before that, yung pang the report after the statement of the auditors, we will see that our total current assets for 2017 totaled 5,600,711. Our total non-current assets amounted to 1,675,000, totaling 7,275,711. Our liabilities and fund balances, liabilities totaled 415,454 pesos, and our total fund balances amounted to 6,860,257. So, balanse naman po yan, total assets, total liabilities and fund balances. Ang total po lahat niyan ay 7,275,711. You will also see in the next pages, yun pong mga notes to financial statement ng atin pong auditor. If you have time to go over, medyo mahaba po, hindi na po natin siya iisa-isahin. Sinasabi lamang po dyan kung ano po yung meron din po mga schedules dyan, may mga tables of our expenses and other related matters. You will also see po meron din pong page dyan, I think it's third to the last, yun pong yung pong mga churches from the Northwest and Southwest Metro Manila districts, yun pong nagkaloob ng kanilang mga retired ministers fund offering for the year. So, we will notice po na hindi po lahat ng mga churches ay naging kabahagi po natin dito, kaya tayo po ay nananawagan sa lahat ng ating mga churches na kung maaari po ay maging bahagi po tayo ng offering na to para po sa ating mga retired ministers. The next page after that, we will see din po yung mga funds held in trust, yung schedule po ng ating funds held in trust. Sa atin pong mga institutions like the Mary Johnston Hospital, Harris Memorial College, UTS, and Tagaytay Mission Camp, Wesley Divinity School, Asuncion Perez, BCED, at saka po PCU, and yung contribution po natin, 150 per member. Manonotice din po natin na hindi po karamihan ang mga churches na nag-contribute po at naging bahagi ng mga gawaing ito. Kaya, yun po, I leave it to you po. Kung nais po nating patuloy na maging bahagi niyan, maraming salamat po. And before I end, let me also make a brief report on although I know ang atin pong chairperson ay magre-report din po rito. Noon pong February 18, if you will recall, last February, we held our fun run at the Luneta. At ang atin pong nalikom, the total receipts that we gathered from that particular fundraising project, it totaled 321,700, while our disbursements amounted to 63,734. So we were able to raise a total of 257,000 something. Nagpapasalamat po tayo at nagpupuri sa Panginoon dahil tayo po ay nakalikom, bagamat hindi pa rin po ito sapat sa atin pong mga expenses para po sa ating PAC. Kaya meron po ako ditong list of churches na binigyan po natin ng mga ticket at nag-request po tayo ng kanilang support para po sa fundraising project na ito. Hindi ko na po iisa-isahin ang pangalan ng mga churches na ito, ngunit sa Southwest po, ang total po ng ating receivable from Southwest is 132,900, and from Northwest po naman ay 127,300. So, more or less po, ang atin po mga receivables ay mga more than 250,000. Susubukan po namin mag-ikot kung kilala po namin yung bawat delegado o pastor ng mga iglesia pong ito, amin po kayong lalapitan, at kung maaari po sana ay kung kayo po ay nakahandang mag-remit nung pong mga unremitted portions, nung pong mga ibinigay pong mga tickets para po doon sa fun run na ginawa noong February, ay malugod po naming tatanggapin ang inyo pong mga remittances. So as I end, please allow me to thank all those who helped the CFA in fulfilling the principal purposes for which the PAC was organized. To the dynamic CFA chairperson, Ms. Daisy Derihe, and all the members of the CFA. Also to our two district superintendents, Reverend Parcasio and Reverend Domingo. Maraming salamat po sa inyong katapatan sa pagre-remit po ng mga apportionments. At of course, finally sa atin pong ever faithful at napakasipag po na Financial Secretary na si Reverend Amor Emily Patenya. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. May God bless you all. I give all the glory back to God from whom all blessings flow. Maraming salamat po.
Salamat po. Narinig niyo po ang report ng ating conference treasurer, and a motion to accept the report. Yes, Pastor Marvin.
Bishop and members of the conference, I move to accept the very comprehensive report of our conference treasurer.
Right? Do you have any question?
Bishop, ang CFA chair po magre-report muna bago po.
All right. Sige po. Let's hear let's hear first the report of the CFA.
May I call on Mrs. Derihe?
Derihe, please.
Isa pong mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. And
Yes.
As I deliver, I am rendering my first ever or maiden report as your CFA chairperson with trembling knees. So, this is the report of the Council on Finance and Administration to the 108th regular session of the Philippines Annual Conference held on May 22 to 24, 2018 at Central Church, CM Kalaw, Ermita, Manila. To our beloved Bishop, Sir Francisco, to our warm and friendly Ate Tita Siriaco, our district superintendents, Reverend Roberto Parcasio, and Reverend Igmedio Domingo, fellow lay delegates, members of the clergy, our deaconesses and visitors, Shalom. During the first meeting of the CFA on June 5, 2017, I was elected as chairperson. I was adamant or reluctant to accept the position. However, I finally acceded, believing in my heart that God is leading me to another level of service or ministry in His vineyard. After all, God will not lead us to where His grace will not be bestowed upon us. The present composition of PAC CFA members for this quadrennium are as follows. So we have a total number of 19 members. So our chairperson, yours truly, vice chairperson, Samuel Santos, si Kuya Sam. Secretary, si Reverend Genesis Galanza, and of course, our Treasurer, Lilet Olgado, our Investments Committee Chair, si Mrs. Medina Orleans, and the members, Reverend Sani de la Peña, Reverend Resti Concepcion, Reverend Rani Jacinto, Reverend Ralph Cruz, Reverend Jaime Gambito, Reverend Rico Esguerra, and Reverend Dario Sagun. Liz Mariano, Nelly Calpito, Dave Farala, Belia Divina, Alan Aguilana, Gam de Armas, and Oscar Ferrer. And of course, we have our ex-officio members, the 2 district superintendents, PAC lay leader, Jovito Sermonia Jr., our PCC treasurer, Rubinel M. Estrella, and of course, our PAC financial secretary, Emily M. Patena. So our ex-officio members, we hope to see you soon, to see you in our regular meeting. We badly need your bright, rich, and godly ideas to the council. Our regular meeting was set on the 3rd Monday of the last month of each quarter. So in behalf of the Council on Finance and Administration, I am pleased to apprise you of our council's financial conditions and some issues that are at hand. First, for our financial performance for the year 2017. So, approved budget, as regards to the approved budget on receipt vis-a-vis the actual receipts, so you just heard it from our treasurer, that our total receipts as per 2017 approved budget was set at 3,800,000, while the total actual receipts was only 3,265,409. So this translates to an attainment of 85%, or a shortfall of 15%, or 534,591. For our approved budget on expenses vis-a-vis our actual expenses, the total expenses as per approved budget in 2017 was 3.8 million, while the actual expenses incurred during the year amounted to 3,297,148. The expenses was somehow dictated by the actual receipts, which precluded us to meet our financial obligations. For the actual receipts vis-a-vis the actual expenses, our actual receipts of 3,265,409 as against our actual expenses of 3,297,048 incurred a deficit of 31,939 pesos. For our connectional support or local church apportionments, the bulk of the council's financial support comes from church apportionments of the local churches of Northwest and Southwest Metro Manila districts. Over the years, this accounts for more than 70% of the total operating budget and has become our major source of fund. For year 2017, we targeted a total collection of 2,789,500. However, at the end of the period, we only got 2,298,880 and left us with a total uncollected amount of 490,620. The percentage of collection during the year was only 82%. For our current liabilities as of 2017, First, we have our funds held in trust and restricted funds. Due to our financial performance over the years, with nothing left in the coffer of general fund, we were left with no choice but to use the funds that were held in trust to sustain our operations. Towards the end of year 2017, we have a total amount of 415,454, 200 of which 288,757 are designated funds for other boards and projects, and the 126,697 pesos to be remitted to the various recipients of the fund. Please refer to the Treasurer's report for the details. Of course, we don't want to lose our reliability and credibility as conduit of these funds. We will try our best to deliver the funds to the rightful recipients in due time. Another issue that burdens us is the continuous decline of our restricted funds, not only that of last year, but over the years. Restricted funds should be restricted from being used, as these have been put up as capital fund for investments. Only the interest should be used as per donors' advice. However, we have consistently used it as buffer funds to continue our operations. And as of December 2017, our total liability reached to a significant amount of 1,564,156. It is our desire to return this amount gradually in due time again, to keep intact the current 8 million plus restricted funds and efficiently manage and make the funds grow more in the coming years. For our connectional support to the Philippine Central Conference, likewise, our unpaid connectional obligations to the Philippine Central Conference has also accumulated over the last 2 years. For the year 2017, we failed to remit an amount of 201,500, plus the unpaid amount of 212,000 in 2016, for a total of 413,500 pesos. I hope this is accurate, Madam PCC Treasurer. So for the location of funds, for transparent financial stewardship, we would like to inform you that all the funds are kept in the following banks. For our cash position, cash in bank, in Metro Bank UN dollar account, we have a total of 69,092.93 as per the current foreign exchange, because this is a dollar account. Cash in bank in the Bank of Philippine Islands, we have 101,644.46. Cash in bank from PNB, 218,107.6. And we have a petty cash of 7,586.70. And cash in bank at Asia United Bank, in the amount of 20,633.33. And for our investments, we have ALFM with BPI Mutual Fund in the current price of 2,196,229, and then Sun Life Financial of 3,242.74, Asia United Bank time deposit 1,675 1,000 for in Veterans Bank. We have 526,392, and Bank of Commerce 531,629. So all these funds are kept intact in the bank. For our proposed 2018 conference budget, please refer to the last 2 pages of our report. For our proposed budget for 2018, our financial goal is to be able to generate total receipts of 4,158,000. This will cover our operating costs, Batangas mission support, connectional obligations, and other payables. So, ayun po. So, 4,158,000. For our sources of funds, the 2,740,755, or around 65.6 of our projected total receipts, will come from the 2018 local church apportionments and past year's apportionment arrearages. The Council has a standing policy that we will continue to collect unpaid apportionments, as there will be no write-off of arrearages. We need to complement our budget to be able to reach our financial requirements for 2018 through fundraising. Early this year, on February 17, 2018, the CFA had successfully initiated a PAC fund run event. We generated a cash amount of on hand now of more than 250,000, though we are still waiting for some local churches to pay the tickets issued to you so that we could realize the 280,000 net proceeds we reflected on our proposed budget. So for fundraising, meron na po kaming reflect in our proposed budget in the amount of 280,000. And we will be glad to receive more than 280,000. We are just trying to reflect or to come up with a very realistic budget. So we need, and at this point, may I take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to Engineer Ruben Marcelo, Treasurer of North Metro Manila District, who generously shared his expertise in holding a fun run event. He helped us a lot in planning, organizing, and running the event, as well as to our 2 incumbent DSS, to you clergies, lay members, different institutions, Methodist and non-Methodist, donors and sponsors, and to everyone who in one way or the other supported us with their material support, prayers, and time, and collaborated with us, which made the fun run very successful and meaningful to everyone who got involved. To Bishop Seri Francisco, Bishop Rudy Juan, and Bishop Pete Torrio, thank you so much for your financial support. May we all be blessed 100-fold, and we plan to hold another one in 2018 hanggang sa muli pong pagkatok namin sa inyong mga bulsa at puso. For our connectional support, the General Conference apportioned fund, which replaces the Episcopal Fund since 2017, will collect 30,000. Wala pong Annex B since we could not complete our data, no? Kasi yung some local churches have not submitted their statistical report. So we have to gather all the professing members so that we could already set the amount that we need to collect. However, basing on the current lang, so the General Conference Apportion Fund will collect 30 pesos each from individual professing member of its local church. So we based our projections from the available statistics report gathered by the 2 districts. But we felt that still kulang, so we just got pinending po muna namin ang paglabas nung exact amount for its local church. So whatever amount is collected here will be remitted to the office of the Manila Episcopal area. We are still hoping that Tagaytay Mission Camp will be able to give their financial support to PAC CFA. So this is in compliance of the past action of the conference that the Tagaytay Mission Camp should at least contribute a portion of their income to PAC, Philippines Annual Conference. In the other sources of receipts will come from donations from individuals and share in office rent and utilities of the 2 districts. So still in the proposed budget, on the expenses side, more than 55% will be for fixed expenses and other operating costs. This will cover the monthly support, allowances, and social employment benefits of our 2 district superintendents and their respective secretaries, our PAC financial secretary, our PAC office rental, utilities, supplies, and others. Around 10% for connectional support, roughly, it was roughly set, and then 1.8% for meeting expenses of the different administrative committees and boards of the Philippines Annual Conference. 2.7% for Batangas mission support, 17.5% for our payables, and the rest is allocated for any unforeseen expenses or contingency. On the PAC Annual Conference registration, what goes in or what comes in will also goes out, as this is all spent in the holding of the session of the Philippines Annual Conference. We just hope that we will not incur any deficit so that it will not affect again our cost position, our budget. So this is the phase, our proposed 2018 annual budget. So as I end this report, I would like to thank everyone for your generous support, trust, and confidence to the Council on Finance and Administration. As I make an appeal to you to please obligate your local church, our local churches, to faithfully pay our connectional support, and we will always look forward for your cooperation. May we all be blessed beyond measure. To God be all the glory. Yours truly, Chairperson, CFA.
All right. Narinig niyo po ang report ng CFA. Siguro pagsamahin na natin Treasurer CFA. So when we ask questions, either Treasurer or CFA, and when we approve the report as one. All right. Yes, Brother Dave.
Bishop and members of the conference, I move that we accept the reports of our treasurer and our
CFA.
CFA
All right.
with appreciation.
Sige po. Do you have any question? Yes,
I have-
Pastor.
I have a-
Si
I have
Brother
a
Dave muna.
I have a question.
Sige po.
Sa akin po, gusto ko lang nabanggit ko kasi ng ating treasurer na ang batting average of collection in whatever fundraising project you have is 85%. So yung uncollected is 10 to 15%. So sa akin deficit, masakit sa tenga ko yan eh. Sa business po, wala ho kaming, sa organization, they call it deficit, yung mga kakulangan natin, uncollected. Sa aming business ay ang deficit namin ay wala kaming benta, short kami doon sa quota, or yung mga hindi namin nakokolekta, what we call is bad debts, no? Pero ang ginagawa po namin, tawag din, ay inaano namin yung time element sa papautang. Pag mga 1-year-old na ang utang, sinusulatan na ho namin ng demand letter yan. Pag hindi ho tumanggap, hindi sila nag-respond sa demand letter namin, lalo na mga gobyerno, nire-report ho namin sa ombudsman dahil for administrative. Kasi po, sa gobyerno, 15 days na hindi anesikaso, no, ay pwede nyo nang banata ng administrative. Ngayon, dito sa atin, ano ginagawa natin doon sa uncollected? Yung mga previous conference, dinadagdag ho ba natin yan? Ito ho ba yung mga fundraising natin, yung mga apportionment, dinadagdag ho ba natin yung mga uncollected na yan sa mga present nating deficit na hindi natin nakukolekta? Nadagdag ho ba nyo o pinababayaan nyo na lang yun? Pinapalo up nyo pa rin, no?
Sige po. Finance.
So as I mentioned earlier, meron lang po kaming, although sabi nga, there is a standing policy that there will be no written off. There will be no write-off of past arrearages. Although, in coming up with our proposed budget, we just try to review the past performance and then set a very realistic amount para lang po hindi naman kami magkaroon na naman ng malaking deficit or shortfall in the
example,
budget.
Yung last conference year, let's say 2017 and 18, meron tayong hindi na-collect ng 1 milyon. Tapos sa ngayon, current na 1 milyon. Ano ang ginagawa natin doon sa 1 milyon na hindi na-collecta ng previous conference year? Pinababayaan ho natin yan o dinadagdag natin dito sa ano?
All right, Brother Dave, thank you. Let the treasurer answer that.
For everybody's information po, last year, we were able to collect for arrearages from Southwest about more than 40,000. Sa Northwest po ay pinipilit pa rin po nating nagpapatuloy pa rin po tayong pakiusapan yung mga churches to pay the arrearages. So, hindi po natin kinakalimutan.
Alam niyo po,
Excuse me, sandali, excuse me, Brother Dave. Our rule says that members of the conference can speak only once in one issue. So you already
Bishop,
please give the chance to
I
others.
just want to give a suggestion
All right,
for
that's the last.
us to solve the problem. Because I'm a businessman and I'm more of, in terms of collection, no? We don't have to, anyway, we are a church, no? Gentle persuasion, that's what you're doing. But it's the pastor and the elders of the local church who is answerable for this deficit. And you can check their lifestyle, no? We don't know. We have our lawyer here, the legal. We have to do something that is, I think, a very a strong a strong appeal to the one who is responsible for this. Our pastor, the elder, the officer of the local church.
Okay.
Probably they have collected the money, but in case of fundraising, they have not turned over the money or they have spent it. We just have to not, we have all to use something that is forceful. That is my suggestion. Okay.
All right. Sige po. Would you like to respond to that? Or
So, unang-una po, we are a church, no? So, sana, wag nang I think we will not resort in collecting apportionment. I think we will not resort into that. However, part of our being responsible steward, no, yung is also honoring faithfully our obligations, whether it that be, most especially when it comes to financial obligation. So, yun nga po, we continue to make an appeal, no? And we always continue to closely work with the DSS to remind every local church to pay their connectional support or financial obligation.
okay, Pastor Gambito. And then si Pastor Robinil.
Thank you, Bishop. Magandang umaga po at saka member po ng konferensya. I'm a member of the CFA. Napag-uusapan namin po yung mga apportionments even the previous years. Now, I would like to raise the question, why? Parang hindi kay Brother Dave Samsano, bakit kaya hindi nababayaran yung mga apportionments na mga iglesia local natin? Nandito ngayon ng mga delegado natin, mga principal delegates. Pwede bang pag-usapan nila yan sa local church? Ako'y pastor, talagang ginagawa ko yung tungkulin ko para sabihan sila na bayaran yung apportionments. Ano? Pero marami tayo mga local churches na hindi ho nagbabayad ng apportionment. Why? I'm just only raising a question, Bishop.
All right. Alam niyo, ang makakasagot niyan mga pastor because that is administrative and the local church. So you have to look at the situation of local churches. Okay, Pastor Robinil. And then yes, Pastor Menre.
Good morning po, Bishop, and
Yes.
this conference. Suggestion lang po, kasi napakaganda ng mga ideas ni Kuya Dave. Pwede po siyang i-co-op ng CFA pagka pinag-usapan na yung arrearages at yung collection. Kasi matagal na po namin problema yan sa CFA. Pwede natin siyang i-invite para marinig natin yung kanyang mga idea.
Wala naman yatang restriction yung membership. Is there any restriction on membership?
Sa CFA po meron, pero yung parang isang committee na pwedeng pag-usapan yung mga kung paano natin makokolekta yung arrearages, pwede po siyang i-co-op.
You just invite him to your meeting. Pastor Menre and then si Attorney Carlos and then one hand at the back. I think we have to limit the discussion.
Yes, Bishop, but this one is very important.
Yeah.
I'm standing here in corollary questions.
Sige po.
First, yun pong inyong conference registration 404,200 doon po sa budget yung 2018. Pagkatapos sa expense ninyo 400. Hindi kaya nagkamali lang kayo ng lagay doon?
Oh, yes po.
O sumobra kayo ng mas malaki ng 200 yung gastos ninyo?
Nagkamali po yung computer.
Oo,
Sorry
sige po.
for that.
Opo, napansin ko lamang po yan. Opo. Okay, tuloy po tayo. Dito po sa inyong, puntahan po natin yung investment. Interesado ko sa investment eh. Okay, meron po tayong investment sa ALFM. Ano po? Ang tanong ko po, ano po mga investments ang pinasok natin? Nasa equity po tayo, bond, at least yung AUB, time deposit yun, nakastock so ba ito mga ito? Opo.
Equity po. Mostly.
Lahat po ba ito equity? Except yung sa time
stock market.
deposit. Alright. Kung equity po ito, ano pong expected realization? Meron ho ba tayong marirealize na tinatawag nating interest ng 2018?
To 2017. Meron po, kung makikita nyo yung report ng treasurer, so yun nga po ang ating manner of reporting. Since this is a these are restricted funds, we do whatever income that we generate from the deposits, we don't report it as income in the receipts and this receipts, no? As this has been already, what is this? Shared or farmed, pinaghati-hati sa mga different capital fund.
Okay. So ito po, itong investment is for doon sa mga restricted funds.
Opo.
So ito, walang kinalaman doon sa general fund.
Kasi po wala naman po talaga tayong, ang sitwasyon po natin, zero ang ating general fund.
So ang kumita ngayon, yung mga restricted funds.
Opo.
Pero ang general fund, wala tayong kita.
Nangungutang po tayo sa
Okay. Sige po.
restricted
Salamat po
funds.
ng marami. Kasi kung meron sanang mga tinatawag tayong expected realization, we can include that interest doon sa proposed budget ninyo. Kung sa general fund ito. Pero naliwanagan ako sa mga restricted funds pala ito. Okay.
Okay.
So sunod pong tanong ko.
Last one.
Apo, last one ito, Obispo. Kayo po ay nagpapautang. Ano po? Tama po ba?
Self-reliance.
Kahit po wala kayong pera, nagpapautang po.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Sige po, please clarify.
actually po, ang meron pong self-reliance fund, which is also a restricted fund. Wala pong pera ang general fund. So ang intention po ng restricted fund, from what I got, is that ipapautang ito sa mga local churches who wanted or who have an intention to acquire properties.
Okay.
So because of this, the presence of this restricted fund, pag may available na fund po, nagpapautang po tayo.
Okay, ganito po. Kasi po yan, restricted funds. Dapat po, ang may saklaw ng polisiya niyan, unless ang conference ay nakagawa na ng aksyon na may kinalaman sa mga restricted funds natin. The next question is, was there an action of the annual conference allowing you, the CFA, to make use of the restricted funds? Importante po yon para hindi po kayo malagay sa balag ng alanganin. Yun po yung mahalaga na kahit galawin po ninyo yan, ang komperensya po, binigyan kayo ng authority. You cannot make a decision by yourselves. Kailangan po meron pong aksyon ang komperensya annual. Number 2 po sa bagay na yun, meron po kasing previous action ang annual conference, matagal ng panahon. Ang nakalagay po doon, ang pwede lamang pautangin ay yung merong kakayanang magbabayad because income generating ang kanilang project. For example, yung eskwelahan na ang church ay may school na meron silang kakayanang mag-generate ng income, yun po ang pwedeng pauutangin. Hindi pwedeng pautangin ang simbahan dahil wala siyang kakayanang magbayad dahil hindi income generating. At totoo po yan. Previously, nang magkasama pa tayo ng Cavite, meron hong umutang sa CFA. Napakatagal pong panahon na hindi po makabayad. So ito'y precaution lamang po, mahal na obispo, dahil pati yung loan po na yan, kailangan obispo inaaprubahan po sa komperensya annual. Hindi po kayo pwedeng mag-aproba sa sarili ninyo, kailangan po ipipresent po ninyo. Yun po ang practice. Ipinipresent sa komperensya annual sino-sino yung mga hihingi ng loan, and the annual conference will approve it. Ang naintindihan ko po, meron yatang loan ang Southwest 400 million.
Wala, otherwise we have included that in our report.
So wala po ba?
Sige po, sige.
Sige po, Bispo, yun lamang po.
Thank you. Siguro you review your policy and the intention of that designated fund so you can act according to the policy. Sige po, let's ask them to respond.
I just would like to comment, Dr. Menre, about what you have just said. So actually, hindi lang po started in 2017 yung practice, no, to get some funds from the restricted fund, because it has been practiced in the previous years. And yun nga, we don't know. We will try to dig our records if that has already been approved. There is an action of the annual conference.
Bishop, I would like to make a motion relative to that one, because this is very important. I move that we ask the CFA to draft a policy to that effect, including the loan, and then if they can come back before the end of the conference to approve that policy, para hindi ho sila mahirapan malagay sa balag ng alanganin.
All right. Is there any second? All right, let me ask question before we approve that. Do you have an existing policy on that matter? None? Oh, if none, then the motion is in order. Those who would approve the motion to task the CFA to draft policies and report to the conference before we adjourn, say aye. Those who are opposed, say nay. It is done. Attorney Carlos, let me give some restriction on the discussion because I want to finish our agenda on time. Can you go directly to your question? Is that a question, Attorney?
Yes, Mr.
If
Chair.
that is a speech, please.
No, it's not.
All right.
I would just want to refer to our reporter the last third paragraph of her report.
Page what, Attorney?
It's the matter of the Tagaytay Mission Camp financial support. What I would want to ask, Madam, is you made mention that their financial support is in line with approved annual conference action. Tama ho ba yun? And because of that, they are obliged to give financial support. And are you trying to say that since the time they were incorporated as the one managing that area, they have never given any financial support to CFA? Is that what you're telling?
Yeah.
I can only speak for last year because
last
I just
year.
took over. As regards to the previous years, hindi ko po alam. Maybe the treasurer.
Yes. May I know?
All right. So they don't know, Attorney, because they just...
There has never been any contribution from Tagaytay Mission Camp.
Ever.
Ang ginawa po namin ngayon ay in-offset po namin yun pong mga funds held in trust, yung pong mga nagre-remit intended for Tagaytay Mission Camp, in-offset na po namin yon, nilagay na po namin yon sa aming pondo, hindi na po natin yon iniremit sa kanila.
So can we now say for record purposes that Tagaytay Mission never ever contributed financial support to CFA?
Wala po.
So for record purposes, I would want to manifest that should be made on record that Tagaytay Mission Camp never ever contributed financial support to CFA.
All right.
For record purposes po.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Si Pastor Gutierrez muna, he came all the way from the Middle East just to ask question this morning.
Yes po. Good morning po, Bishop. Good morning po to
Morning.
the CFA and Treasurer and to our fellow clergy and to the lay and the members of the United Methodist Church. Simple question lang po and would like to recommend as well. Yung question lang po is since we the UAE UAE Churches has been recognized as a mission district for the conference year 2018, wala po nakalagay about any support or financial plan for the UAE mission district. So there has been quite a lot of speculations and heartaches from the churches in the UAE in regards to our support that is coming from the PAC and the district. And as well, if there is no planned financial support right now, can we give a proposal to the CFA and to the district and to the PAC?
Can you answer that? All right. Can you? Do you have an answer?
Yeah, sorry because we don't have any basis to come up with that budget. So probably we will take that up in our CFA. Yeah, but at this point, it is not yet included in the proposed 2018 budget.
All right, ganito po. Let me give you a guidelines. Yesterday, we were in conversation with a group of our pastors from the Middle East to our mission district. And they are raising that question, and we suggested that the group meet and then make a proposal and submit it to the CFA so that the CFA has a basis on enacting to your proposal.
Yes.
That's simple. You can do that.
Thank you, Bishop.
Right.
We have our prepared proposed budget.
All right, then you submit to the CFA and then the CFA will consider that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I will allow only another 2 short questions and then we'll dispose with the report. One lay, and then one clergy, and we'll decide on the report.
Good morning, Bishop. Alam natin lahat na bawat simbahan na narito ay represented by delegates at it is the responsibility of the delegates to report kung ano nangyari dito. Unang-una, halimbawa, sa RRGS na lang, kung yung mga miyembro na nandito ngayon, representing their individual churches, nalaman nila na tayo pala in arrears. Marami na tayo hindi na, batagal tayo sinisingil, hindi tayo nakakabayad. Ipaalam. Kaya importante po, yung report ng mga delegates, huwag natin kakalimutan, magkaroon ng pagkakataon na i-report nila kung anong nangyayari.
That's correct, that's correct. Let me say something also with that. Alam niyo po, I have been a district superintendent for 8 years and I have seen that problem. Ang kailangan po natin gawin during the report, i-attach niyo yung local church performance on apportionment. So we can see anong local church yung faithful in giving at anong local church yung faithful in their arrears. So, sometimes tama yung sinasabi ni attorney. Minsan hindi alam ng local church and sometimes merong gap between the annual conference and the local church. So that's the problem ko minsan hindi na i-address.
Okay, Bishop, meron po tayong available na records. So, if you need, kasi ayaw po namin i-disseminate kasi baka naman ma-offend yung mga local churches na hindi na nagbabayad at may mga utang. And we don't want to create that feeling. So, if you need, meron po kaming available.
All right, let's ask the conference if they're willing to do that. Are you willing to see and be transparent in the connectional obligation? All right, so that's the pleasure of the body. So we're authorizing you to release your report so that people will know what's going on. Last question, si Pastor
Pineda po.
Pineda, sige po. Pasensya kayo, hindi ko kayo mabibigyan lahat ng time
Hindi
to...
po, hindi naman po ito tanong. Ako po ay umaaten ng CFA, pero po sa ulat, hindi po nakalagay yung pangalan ko na ako'y miyembro. Pero po kasi meron po din confusion sa journal. Nabanggit ko na po ito kay Brother Daryl. Sa page 62, 107.083, ako po ay na-elect na miyembro ng CFA. At madalas po akong dumadalo. Pero po sa first page, sa annual conference agencies, Council on Financial Administration, hindi po nakalagay yung pangalan ko. So, magkaiba po yung page sa page 10 at page 62.
Sige po, i-suggest nyo, i-correct nyo na lang dito yan. Siya po ay pastor ng Martyrs. Miyembro po siya ng CFA. Bayad po ba yung Martyrs sa kanilang apportionment?
Sorry po for the unintentional deletion. Your name was deleted. Hindi po intentional yon.
Salamat po. Mga kapatid, pasensya po kayo. I cannot entertain everybody and we have to dispose with the report. I think the report is very clear. Those who would approve the report of the CFA say aye. Those who oppose say nay. It is approved. Now, we proceed to recommendations.
So we recommend for the approval of 5% increase in the local church apportionment. The increase has already been reflected in our 2018 proposed budget. So 5% lang po, that will give us a little over 200,000 additional fund, additional receipts, if ever that would be materialized.
That is before you, mga kapatid. So you still observe apportionment system, not tithing system. Ha? Apportionment pa rin ang PAC. Hindi kayo nagtatithe. Yes, the recommendation before us is 5% increase of across the board of all of the apportionment.
Yes, Bishop, good morning, and members of this conference. I am looking at the budget proposed vis-a-vis the annual budget for 2017. And the reflection, I suppose, on the 5% as being said by the CFA chair is only the apportionment arrearages. Di ho ba? Actually, your apportionment ninyo ng 2018 as proposed is less than your 2017. Di ho ba?
Correct.
Di ho ba?
Opo.
So, saan pong apportionment sinasabi nyo? Arrearages? So, those arrearages are being taxed. Ganun ho ba?
Meron po, may I answer that, Bishop?
Sige po.
So, we actually, sabi ko nga, we are still consolidating all the mga records, no. However, for purposes of making our financial projection, so that it would at least yung aming mga pinopropose dito is very realistic. Kasi based on past performances, talagang marami talagang hindi nagbabayad as we have reported. So, baka meron po kasing, so we just set an allowance for default. Kaya hindi po buo yun.
Mga kapatid, tama po yung increase atin sapagkat you are asking for the approval of 5% increase of all local church apportionment.
Bishop.
Meaning, yung proposed budget, yung approved budget nyo, 1.283 last year, there should be, if that will be approved as indicated in your proposed budget, there should be 5% increase. Dito po, lumalabas nga mas lumiit pa.
Hindi po. We will come up with a new table of apportionments. Yun nga po, sinabi ko, medyo lumiit kasi we are just trying to come up with a very realistic budget. Okay. And we set up allowances for default.
Okay po.
I don't know if that will be acceptable to you.
Sige pa,
pero
sige.
Bishop, yung
Alright.
application po ng sinasabi niyan, based on the recommendation, apportionment yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. So this should be applied to the apportionment to Northwest and Southwest. Kasi linagay niya lang doon sa arrearages.
Ganito na lang.
Sorry po, arrearages are arrearages. And
Correct.
new apportionments are yung current.
Correct po, I
so
am
naka-reflect po
No,
yung
no,
5% sa apportionment sa Northwest and Southwest. And arrearages are different.
Ma'am,
Alright.
sir,
No.
Bishop.
Excuse me. Let's stick to the recommendation. And the recommendation is for us to increase the apportionment 5% increase. That's the issue. Don't include first the proposed budget. Yes or no? Doon lang po.
Sa akin po, walang problema pag-increase. Kaya lang po ang presentation nila is hindi tama. Mas mababa pa ngayon yung apportionment tapos saka mo bibigyan ng increase. So what's the point there? So kung kulang ka, kaya ka maglalagay ng increase because you need to increase. And yet, you decrease your apportionment in 2018 for both Northwest and Southwest.
Hindi, ganito nga sinasabi ko, let's not be confused kasi confusing yung pinag-uusapan natin When we approve the recommendation of 5% increase, huwag niyo munang tingnan yung yung proposed budget. And if that will be approved, of course, this budget will be adjusted. Can you see the point? Yeah, so what is before you, are you willing to increase the apportionment by 5%. Yes or no? That's the issue before us. Are you ready to vote on that? All right. Are you opposed? Sa ngayon? O sige po, di bumaboto na kayo. Hindi ko pa naman kayo pinapaboto eh. Talagang advanced to si ate. Alright, lahat po ng sangayon na increase ng 5% ng apportionment, taas ang kamay. Salamat po. Yung total, ganon din. Sige po. Sige po, nakatayo na kayo eh.
Good morning po sa inyong lahat.
Opo.
Ganito po yun.
Magpakilala muna po kayo. Kasi...
Ako po si Mildred, San Mayor. Ang sabi ko kanina pa, ang dapat sana natin gawin, pwede ho bang patayuin o sabihin kung sino yung hindi nakababayad. Kasi ang dami-daming sumang-ayon, hindi sila nakababayad baka.
Wag na natin patayuin.
Kasi ho, ang aking napupuna, kahit anong araw, dahil ako naman matagal na sa San Mayor, hindi binibigyan ng priority yung apportionment ko minsan ngayon ho, ang ginawa namin, alang-alang ho kay, sasabihin ko na ho ba? Sa inyo, alang-alang sa inyo, yes, Estrella. Very faithful ho kami. Wala ho kaming utang. Kaya ang sabi ko, pwede ho kaming tumaas ang kamay. Paano ho yung mga may utang? Tumataas pa rin. Talagang wala tayong maasahan dyan.
Palagay ko, San Mayor, 10% ang dapat i-increase dyan eh.
Obispo, sinasabi ko nga ho sa inyo, payag kami kahit 10%.
Alright, okay. Approve na. Hindi mga kapatid, ganito, let me offer this suggestion to you in the future. Why don't you study the idea of 10%? Kasi alam niyo, yung apportionment, it could be bigger in a local church and it could be smaller in a local church. So when you give your tithe, it depends upon the income of the local church. And we have proven that, mga kapatid. So I would like the CFA to study that based on records of local churches. All right, you proceed to the second recommendation.
For this body to approve our proposed budget.
All right, the proposed budget is here and we approve the 5% increase. What will be the effect of that on your proposed budget? Pastor Menry.
I move that we adopt the budget subject to the 5% increase.
All right.
Simple lang po ibig sabihin nun. Pag inaprubahan natin kung ano yung nandito, pag nag-take effect yung 5%, i-adjust po yung budget po natin. So we just simply approve the budget as it is, including the 5% increase of local church apportionments, Bishop.
Does it mean both receipts and expenses?
Yes, Bishop.
All right.
There would be an adjustment.
You have the freedom to do that.
Yes.
All right. So what is before us is to adopt the budget in principle, subject to adjustment based on the 5% increase. That is before you. Yes, si Pastor ho ba kayo? Jack, miyembro. Pakilala po kayo.
Good morning po. Dorothy Daroy Marcelo po from the First United Methodist Church, Dubai.
Aba, Dubai pala ba?
Bishop, bago po natin aprubahan, susog lang po doon na idagdag po natin yung budget for the UAE Mission District po. Salamat po.
Sige po, sige. Basta sinabit nyo po and then that's part of their agenda. Alright, palagay ko, clear sa atin yan. Si Ate Jean muna, hindi pa nagsasalita.
Bishop at miyembro ng konferensyang ito, dahil po ako ay itinalaga nyo na maglingkod sa Lay Servant Ministries, minumungkahi ko po na magkaroon ng budget.
Mag-submit po kayo ng budget sa kanila. Okay, refer that to the CFA, yung mga requests.
Just for your information, meron po tayong budget for administrative expenses, meeting expenses of all the boards and committees of the annual conference. You just inform us kung meron po kayong mga activity and let us know.
Nasa table na. Brother Manny, are you raising your hands? Sige po. What is before us is to adopt the budget subject to adjustment.
Yes, Bishop. This has something to do with what we have earlier, the first day of our conference, referring to as the different committees. So first is we have not put any members on two, courtesy and referrals. And then we have one committee that we have removed.
Teka muna, is that part of the...
Yes, Bishop, I'm going to that.
Oh, sige.
But we have removed from our previous budget or committee.
Oh.
I'm talking about the mission committee, which aired by people from our brethren in the Middle East. So, in line with that, how could we now put this in the budget for 2018 if we don't have that committee in our listing? So what I'm saying, whether we have that, because I was not here yesterday, whether we have that already re-established, the Committee on Mission to address our mission concerns.
Sige.
Yun po yung aking concern, Bishop.
All right, so let's refer that to the... Are you ready to create a Committee on Mission and Evangelism to address that concern?
So if that is what we need to do, I move that we have, if this is in proper perspective, Bishop, I would like to move
sige,
that we will create.
Excuse me, let's dispose with the recommendation.
Okay,
then
Bishop, thank you.
We come back to that. All right, the motion before us is to adopt the proposed budget subject to adjustment based on the 5% increase, including the request of the UAE Mission District. All right, are you ready to vote? Those who would approve the proposed budget as submitted to us, please raise your hands. Thank you. Those are opposed to the same, it is approved. So mga kapatid, instruction, mag-meeting po ulit kayo, i-consider nyo po yung mga pinag-usapan natin and then you come up with the budget.
Okay po. Thank you.
Sige po. Thank you. Thank you po. Palakpakan natin. Oh, sige po, sige. Salamat po.
We just would like to make this announcement. So we will soon have a vacancy in the PAC Secretariat. Our financial secretary has already expressed her desire to retire and wants to enjoy her much-deserved and stress-free retirement.
Amen.
So we have already entertained one applicant as of this point. So if you have candidates or applicants that you want to inform that there is we are hiring an accountant, a staff who has a background in administration and must be an accounting graduate, please refer them to the PAC office.
All right, so that's an
until
announcement.
the end of the month.
All right.
And then for the CFA to convene this afternoon, CFA to draft the policy that was required of us to present in this conference.
Salamat po. Thank you very much.
And lastly po, Bishop.
Yes.
We would like to present a plaque of appreciation, recognition to the past chairperson of CFA, PAC CFA, in the person of Engineer Dave Parala. So for your information,
Is he around? Is he around?
He
Oh,
took this.
Brother Dave.
Yeah, he assumed this position for the last 18 years.
Wow, 18 years.
So, our treasurer will read the plaque of
Si Mr. Parala, long time CFA, chair of PAC.
May I read?
Sige po.
The United Methodist Church, Manila Episcopal Area, Philippines Annual Conference awards this plaque of recognition to Engineer David B. Farala for the unparalleled commitment so faithfully and efficiently exemplifies in the way he has managed the financial affairs of the Philippines Annual Conference as Council on Finance and Administration Chairperson from 1998 to 2016. Given this 22nd day of May 2018, during the 108th session for the Philippines Annual Conference held in Central United Methodist Church, 694 TM Kalaw Street, Ermita, Manila. Signed, Daisy Lindsay Derije, CFA Chairperson, Jovito J. Sermonia Jr., PAC Lay Leader, Reverend Roberto G. Parcasio, District Superintendent, Northwest Metro Manila District, Reverend Igmedio C. Domingo Jr., District Superintendent, Southwest Metro Manila District, and Bishop Siriaco Q. Francisco, President Bishop, Manila Episcopal Area.
May I request our PAC lay leader to please join us in presenting the plaque of recognition to Engineer Farala. And the 2 district superintendents, please.
All right. Yes, somebody's raising his hands at the back.
Good morning, Bishop and members of this august body. In relation to what is aired by Dr. Managilod regarding the revival or creation of Committee on Mission and Evangelism, I would rather suggest that we create a more comprehensive or clearer committee regarding that. So I am suggesting, instead of Committee on Mission and Evangelism, we create Committee on Church Planting. Because Committee in Church Planting is more comprehensive, and there it will be clearer in its direction and the expertise.
You make a motion before you make a speech. What's your motion?
So I move that we create a Committee on Church Planting instead of Committee on Mission and Evangelism.
Huwag mo nang lagyan ng instead kasi wala namang motion pa kundi yan. So there is a motion to create a Committee on Church Planting. Is there any second to that? All right. Do you need to discuss that? If none, yes.
Problema lang naman po pala yung planting pagsama-samahin na ho natin yan. Committee on Mission and Evangelism and Church Planting.
That's an amendment to the motion.
Yes, Bishop. Amendahan na lang natin yan. Baka gusto nyo pandagdagan para mahaba-haba na yan, Obispo. So, an amendment, Bishop, to the motion that we create a Committee on Mission, Evangelism, and Church Planting.
All right. Do you accept the amendments? Yes, I'm calling you. Do you accept the amendments?
Me, Bishop?
Yeah, of course.
I suggested that because
No. I'm just asking. Do you accept the amendment? Yes or no?
No, Bishop.
All right. If no, then let's debate on the amendment. All right. Any speech? If none, I will put that into vote. Those who accept the amendment of the main motion to create a Committee on Evangelism, Mission and Evangelism, and Church Planting, raise your hands. All right, those who are opposed to the same. Now, that is now the motion before us. Are you ready to vote? All right, those who would approve the main motion now to create a committee on mission, evangelism, and church planting, lift your hands. All right, thank you. Those who are opposed, do the same. It is approved. So that's the existing committee now. And then we refer that to the committee on nominations, right? Yes, and then Pastor Managelod. Si Dr. Mendri muna.
Opo, Obispo, para ho mas kasi kanina nagkakaproblema ang nomination. Ilan bang ilalagay nila? Kaya siguro gawin na rin natin na action na maglagay tayo ilan ang magiging miyembro ng committee na ito. I move, Mr. Chair, Bishop, that we instruct the 2 DSS to provide names for the membership of that newly created committee with the maximum of 15 membership.
Maparami yata yun. Marami kayong
10 na lang, Obispo. 10.
Oh, masyado kayo maraming papamasahihan nun.
10 na lang, 10.
Alright, so there is a motion to mandate the 2 district superintendents. Isama na rin natin yung SE sa kanilang pagpaplan.
Sige po, Obispo.
At mag-nominate sila at least 10 members of that committee. Alright, sige po. Let's dispose muna dito. Is that in relation to this? Alright, those who would approve that recommendation say aye. Those who are opposed say nay. It is done. So the SS, please take note of that. Yes, Brother Manny?
Yes, Bishop. I would like to suggest a specific responsibility as regards to the mission.
No, brother, please,
No, Bishop. What I'm saying is about the structure. The structure in terms of...
Ganito na lang. I don't want that to be discussed here.
Yeah.
I would suggest that to DS to include you so you can discuss that with the committee.
No, Bishop, yung inaano ko lang po yung global and local.
Kaya nga, sabi ko, inviting ka para makasama ka ng committee. Ikaw naman ang dating sa mission eh. Alright, sige. Susunod ka kasi sa obispo. Miyembro ko po kasi yan, kaya... Alright, okay na yan, ano? Alright, let's proceed with the reports. Let's call now on the UMYF. Are you ready? And let me announce the following reporters: UMYF, UMYAF, UMM, BOT, Asuncion Perez, CDS. Are you ready? And the Board of Ordained Ministry. What's that? PCC, CFA, Board of Pensions. Sige po, as I announce, please limit your report up to 10 minutes only. Sige po.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Papakilala lang po ako na ako po si Katrina Janco from PACUMYF, current secretary po, and I will be reporting po on behalf of our president na si Kuya Samuel Bolante po. So, ayun po. Greetings. Before anything else, let me start with a question: where is God? The past few months have been before our very eyes the birth of our new generation, one where even deeply held belief can be relegated to the realm of fiction. We are watching the development of a world where belief in God is considered a mental incapacity. What have we done to deserve such a label? And let me rephrase, what did we not do? We only need to look around for us to realize that we did this to ourselves. There are those who have taken the church out of the community it was built to serve. Some have built temples in lofty places, places that could not be reached by our fellow men. These are all but sinking sand compared to caritas et laborem, charity and work, love and service. But there are still some of us who serve others regardless of their race, belief, and social strata. Because of this, let us be encouraged and let us take heart and act out the love of God. So, for our activities po, hindi ko nababasahin lahat but will highlight some of those that we have done po. So, we have divided that into 5 categories, which is organizational for the Information, Communication, and Resource Department, the Christian Nurture and Formation Department. We also have the Ecumenical and Church Society Affairs Department, and lastly, the Finance Department po. So for the organization, of course, regular meetings, and gusto ko pong i-highlight yung presence ng PAC, UMYF sa National Youth Council meetings and conference. So we were able to be present po and present also our reports during the NYCMs and the conference. Sa yung attendance namin is first NYCM po, then that's not the second, I mean, it's the third po, kasi second NYCM walang nakapunta from the PAC UMYF, but rather the third one that's in Spotswood po in Kidapawan, and then the fourth one in Aliaga, and lastly, the 35th NYC in Baguio po. And then also yung CI visitations po ng kabataan. So, the PAC UMYF Execom was able to visit all 3 na CIs po natin, which is in Batangas, yung sa Southwest po sa Aztec, and then the Northwest sa Daily Bread Organic Farm po. And then for the AYC, we convened our AYC last April 20 po sa NACS UMC, where we elected our incoming officers for the next biennium. For the for the ICR po, of course, we have maintained po yung Facebook page, which is the major platform ng kabataan. Doon po pinakamabilis na mag-spread yung info, yung mga announcement namin. So, nag-focus na lang kami doon instead of branching out to other forms and platforms po of communication. And then for the CNF, of course, makita naman po natin dyan yung annual na jam pack ng mga kabataan. So, this year, it was done here po sa Central. And yung theme po namin is, we focused on leadership kasi po, nagkakaroon ng problema ang PAC UMYF na nagkakaroon po kami ng leadership vacuum. So, we focused on that, empowering yung mga iilan, kaunti man, pero we tried our best to empower yung mga kabataan to step up po sa leadership sa simbahan natin. And then, of course, the Congress 2018, which is also an annual activity po. Ginagawa namin to where we focus na dun sa mga nasa loob ng mismo ng ministry, dun sa mga officers and young leaders po natin. So, pagdating po sa Congress, dun po namin pina-follow up yung mga officers na nag-stand up to become officers of both local churches and their districts. And then, of course, for the EXA, hindi kami nakapag-push through dun sa plan namin na EXA 101 due to difficulties sa schedules. Pero, ito-turn over po namin to sa susunod for consideration ng susunod na mga officers po. We also have, of course, yung pro-environment advocacy po namin. So, during all our activities po, the whole term, paperless po kami. And then, we also, everything is recycled po from the ID laces to card cases kasi isa po yun sa mga alam nating nakaka-apekto sa environment natin. So, no more discussions, pero isa po yun sa mga ways namin to push through with our pro-environment advocacy po. For the Finance Department, of course, we have the apportionment, and yung nag-iisang IGP po namin is the jump pack shirts and lanyards. So, we sold out. Almost every jam pack po, laging sold out yung mga merchandise ng PAC. So, yun po yung ginagamit namin to fund ourselves sa mga meetings, council meetings, lalo na po yung malalayo. Dahil this year, meron pong council meeting sa Kidapawan. So, we have to, of course, fund ourselves din. Dahil lahat naman po ng mga officers ng kabataan, kung hindi man po bago lamang na mga empleyado, mga estudyante pa po. So, ayan po, financial report, you can skim through po dun sa page 4. Hindi ko na po iisa-isahin yung mga items doon. Pero, nandyan po yung overview po ng funds and finances ng kabataan ng PAC-UMYF. And then, for our recommendation po, that the third Sunday of January be celebrated as National United Methodist Youth Fellowship in the Philippines, or NUMYFP Sunday, with special offering po. Tapos, for our conclusion, I should have been presenting po yung mga bagong officers ng ating distrito at ng ating annual conference. Pero since wala po sila dito dahil may mga pasok po sa eskwela, sa trabaho, ito na lang po yung mga pangalan nila. You can skim through po yung mga names ng mga officers natin for the Southwest Metro Manila District, the Northwest Metro Manila District, and also po yung area ng Batangas na nag-elect din po sila ng kanilang mga UMYF officers para po mas concentrated yung leadership nila dun sa area nila. And of course, for our PAC-UMYF po, yung magiging incoming po natin, ito na lang po yung babasahin ko. For the incoming PAC-UMYF officers po, we have the President, yours truly po, Katrina Janco. For the Vice President, we have Giselle Sagcal from 10 Commandments UMC. Secretary is Gianna Kitlong from Central UMC. Finance Officer is Rebecca Suarez from Central UMC. CNF Department Head is Juliet Angeles from Central UMC, and the ICRD Head is Sean Abela from Central UMC po. So lastly, we find ourselves asking, where is God during such an event when injustice abound and we ask why He allows suffering? It may be that we caused it ourselves. We might have been looking towards heaven when in fact we are the ones sent to act. Prayer is not when God hears what is prayed for, but when the person praying continues to pray until he is the one who hears, until he is the one who hears the voice of God and what God is asking for. Let us be reminded that more than just praying, we are called to act as ambassadors of His love to the neglected, to those who are unrecognized. Let us live as love and change incarnate. Si Kristo higit sa lahat in Christ's service, signed, PAC-UMYF President Samuel Justin Bolante, and PAC-UMYF Youth Advisor Pastor Marvin Bonagan. Salamat po.
Alright, salamat po. Narinig niyo po yung report ng ating mga kabataan. Any motion to accept the report? Yes, Attorney.
Bishop, I so move that we accept the report of the young people with appreciation.
Sige po.
I would like just to ask a question.
Sige po.
The way I sense it upon reading your paper, there seems to be a despondency among our youth. You're asking, where is God? You even quoted Karl Marx. In other words, I think your problem, the way I see it, you have to strengthen your faith. You have to strengthen your faith. As a young man, I too ask questions during my time. Kailangan siguro tulungan natin itong mga kabataan ito. One angle is how to develop a strong faith in spite of the suffering, hopelessness, and so on and so forth.
All right, thank you. When you were young, you were asking, where is God? Now that you are old, you're answering the question of God. Any other comment? Yes, from the lay servant ministry from women.
Bishop at miyembro ng konferensyang ito, meron lang po akong question dito sa compose ng PAC-UMYF Execom. Mukha pong 3 simbahan lang ang nagko-compose ng Execom. NACS, 10 Commandments, Central. Hindi po ba dapat naka-spread sa iba-ibang simbahan?
Opo. Actually po kasi, meron po tayong procedure pagdating po sa election na dadaan po sa screening, and it's purely voluntary po in form. So, yung mga pangalan po na nakikita nyo dito, sila po yung nag-present ng sarili nila na gusto po nila yung pagtakbo. So, sinunod po natin yung procedure based po sa UMYFP Constitution, and kung sino lang po yung nag-present, nag-volunteer po ng sarili nila, sila po yung dadaan ng screening and then election, and then eventually po sila po yung pipili ng kanilang mga posisyon po.
Okay, salamat
okay po.
po.
Kasi naririyan na po yan, pero suggestion po, para maikalat sa ibang mga simbahan. Kasi hindi lang naman ilan simbahan yung uma-attend. Salamat po.
Sige po, let's encourage yung ating mga workers na involve yung mga kabataan so that yung leadership may spread out throughout the district. Alright, wala na. Lahat ng sangayon po na tanggapin natin with appreciation ang report ng UMYF. Taas ang kamay. Salamat yung total, ganun din pinagtibay. You have your recommendation. Ang recommendation po nila ay gawing UMYF Sunday, National UMYF Sunday, ang third Sunday of January with special offering. May action na dito? Alright, so this is just a reiteration. You just observe this. Salamat po. Palakpakan natin ating mga kabataan and listen to their plea. They need our guidance and support. UMYAF.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Magandang umaga po, Bishop Seri.
Meron na. Good morning.
Habang iniintay ko pong i-spread out po yung aking report, napakaikli lang po nito pero sana po makita niyo po siyang challenge.
Okay. We are
At the same time po, positive. Umpisahan ko na po. Report of the United Methodist Young Adult Fellowship, Central United Methodist Church, Kalaw Avenue, Ermita, Manila. Ayan po. To our Bishop Siriaco Q. Francisco, to our District Superintendents, Reverend Igmedio Domingo and Reverend Roberto Parcasio, the ever-supported DSS. And to all the delegates of the annual conference, grace and peace in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. It is with deep gratitude to our God, to all young adults of our conference, lay leaders and church workers, to present the accomplishment report of the young adults of PAC Maya for conference year 2017 to 2018. Accomplishment report. Coaching and promotion of UMC social principles at UCCP Shalom Center in partnership of GBCS, Board of Women's Work or BWW, and the National UMYFP. This was a successful activity which aims to study and to promote UMC's social principles in the Book of Discipline 2016. It was held at UCCP Shalom Center, Manate, Manila, last May 19 to 21, 2017, with 25 young adults from different ages in Maya and Bea. This would not be possible without the generous support of General Board of Church and Society, or GBCS, and partnership of Board of Women's Work and National UMYFP and participants of the said activity. Kaya ko po ito naisama dahil po wala po kaming ginastos dito pero hiningi po nila yung kooperasyon bilang mother of all conferences. At the same time po, nasa UMC headquarters po ang inyong lingkod. Kaya po nakipag-partnership po sila at kung pwede daw po tulungan ng PAC Maya po ang nasabing gawain pong ito. Next is the coastal cleanup. We conducted another coastal cleanup drive last June 17, 2017 at Las Piñas or LPP Chea. LPP Chea is the last wet islands in Metro Manila wherein different kinds of endangered species of birds and trees can be found in this island which include the Philippine duck. Ang Philippine duck po ay, Philippine duck nga po, sa Pilipinas lang po talaga makikita at endangered po talaga siya. From 20 po ngayon po, meron na lang po 3 piraso. Kaya ayun po yung pinapangalagaan. This event was attended by more than 200 workers and lay members from PAC and 27 people from other UMC institutions and private sectors. We are very thankful to Bishop Seri for giving us an inspirational message. He said that in order for us to glorify our God, we must take good care of His creation, and one of it is our seas and ocean. Yun nga po, ang Maya po kasi ay sinusuportahan po yung sa 6 areas of focus po ni Bishop, yung care for the nature or the environment, and then sa killer diseases po, ayun po, nababanggit ko po siya. PAC Maya Gift Giving with the theme Gifts of Hope and Love, Part 2. Ito po. PAC Mayap Gift Giving Part 2 was held at Bantayog ng mga Bayani in Quezon City for migrant workers, victim survivor, and at Decker Homes for women living with HIV and AIDS last December 13, 2017. We gave 60 bags of grocery package. Nandiyan po yung list po ng mga laman. Pakibasa na lang po. And then school supplies po na 80 bags. Ayan po. Bags po kasi siya talagang nasa bag po talaga siya kaya ayun po nakalagay.
Wala sa supot, ha? Sa bag talaga.
Hindi po nakasupot, talagang nakabag po siya na binigay po namin. And then bawat isang bag po is 145 pesos. Yung bag po kasi ay donated din po siya. Kaya ayun po. Thank you po sa lahat ng young adults, WSCS, and UMM of PAC who contributed for this activity. We don't know how much to thank you enough for giving your support for our activity. Also, thank you to my 12 climber friends for contributing in this activity. Kasi po, dahil po alam naman po ng karamihan dito at friendship ko po sa FB, nakikita niyo po, namumundok po ako. Nung pinopost ko po siya sa FB, talagang pati hindi po Methodista ay talagang andang tumulong. At nakakatuwa po kasi sila po yung majority ng tumulong po dito. Ayun po, sila po nagbigay ng bags, ang karamihan po. At hindi ko po masyado talagang, mamaya na lang po, sige. BS Facilitator for Christmas Institute for 3 districts po. Christmas Institute is the yearly activity of MYF in the Philippines every December 26 to 30. Southwest CI 2017 was held as Aztec in San Ildefonso, Bulacan. The Northwest CI was held at Daily Bread Farm and Resort in Bustos, Bulacan, and Batangas CI was held at Mahabang Dahilig Elementary School in Mahabang Dahilig, Batangas. For the 3 CIs in PAC, we had 14 MAYAP BS Facilitator and 3 PAC MAYAP officers po. Sila po yung bilang ng mga BS Facilitators po. At salamat po sa kabataan kasi binibigyan po kami ng oportunidad na maging kabahagi po ng CI dahil bilang ate at kuya po, siguro po nararapat po or nagpapasalamat po kami kasi binibigyan kami ng pagkakataong maging kabahagi po doon dahil namimiss po rin namin ang CI dahil doon po kami din nahubog. Ayun po. This is the second time around for the Partnership of Youth and Young Adult of PAC in terms of giving us an opportunity to be their BS facilitators. We hope that this will continue in the next year to come. HIV and AIDS Pledge Card in partnership with Board of Women's Work. A partnership of PAC MAYAP and Board of Women's Work in helping the positive community, especially the Association of Positive Women Advocate or the APWY, by giving them PhilHealth assistance and medical assistance. This is a success project of Board of Women's Work and PAC MAYAP, and for that, thank you to everyone to give their support and pledges. Pakitingin na lang po dun sa attach kung nandun po yung listahan ng mga pangalan na talagang nag-commit po magbigay. Siyempre po, bibigay ko po yung pasasalamat po unang-una sa bishop po natin, lalo na po kay Ate Tita na number 1 na sumuporta. Pangalawa po, sa mga DS po natin na talagang super supportive po talaga sa mga gawain po ng MAYAP. Ayun po. Pero po, ito, if you wish to support, please don't hesitate to call or approach po. Ako, kinakabahan po ako. Approach myself or yours truly, Risa Regnim, or the Board of Women's Work po. Ayun po. As of April 15, 2018, ito po ay datos po na nanggaling sa Board of Women's Work. Kasi po kapag nanawagan po kami, sa kanila po, diretsyong pumupunta po yung mga financial na tulong po na inyong binibigay. At sila po nagbibigay ng resibo. Ngayon po, ang tulong po ng PAC MAYAP ay dumulog at lumapit po sa inyong mga lingkod para po tumulong po sa ganitong gawain. As of April 15, 2018, we gave PhilHealth assistance for 15 positive women, 2,400 po to for 1 year. Medical assistance for pregnant positive women. May nanganak po ng January 2018, nakapagbigay po tayo ng 2,500. Maliit lang po siya pero nakatulong daw po kahit pambili lang po ng diaper and gatas po. And medical assistance for 22 positive women. Monthly check-up po kasi ang positive people po ay talagang need po monthly na magpa-check up po. Pension support for PAC Mission Pastor. This is a partnership between PAC Mayap and PCC Board of Pension. We support every mission pastors that were not capably supported by their mission churches. We hope that we continue this activity. We will remit an amount worth of 4,500 for pension support for mission pastor. Hindi ko pa po na-remit to kasi po kakakuha ko lang po ng listahan ng mga mission pastors na kung natatandaan niyo po last year, may mga binigyan po kami ng tig 200 pesos. Maliit man po siya pero yun po ang nakayanan namin. Kung tinatanong niyo po ako saan po manggagaling tong 4,500, pag pumupunta po kayo sa PAC office, may makikita po kayo dong mga mani, honey, lahat po ng binibenta ko po doon. Pag bumili po kayo, may napupunta po dito, sa bawat isang taon po, ito po, nakapag-come up po ako ng 4,500. Salamat po doon sa mga pastor, sa mga like ko po na tumatangkilik ng produktong aking binibenta. Ayun po. Ayun po. Conclusion. For I am mindful about the plans I have made concerning you, plans for your welfare and not for evil or misery, plans to give you a future with hope, and you will come and call me and I will listen to you. Jeremiah 29:11-12. Ayun po. Ayan po ang aking dahil hanggang May 31 na lang po ang aking pag-upo bilang presidente po ng PAC Mayap. At sa June 17 po, magkakaroon po kami ng General Assembly sa Central Mosbrook po. Sana po papuntahin po natin ang ating mga Mayap sa bawat local churches po. Bishop, kumaya ko na lang po yung recommendation.
Sige po mga kapatid, narinig niyo po yung report ng mga young adult. Any motion to accept the report? Yes, Pastor Pineda.
Obispo at mga miyembro ng konferensya, akin pong minumungkahin na tanggapin na may pasasalamat ang ulat ng PAC Maya.
Alright, do you have any question? Yes, Attorney.
Bishop, I'm happy with your report in the sense that there seems to be cooperation. You're trying to extend your hand not only to the kababaihan but to the youth. I think the way we operate our organizations, para bang nag-create na tayo ng mga wall because of age. Matanda ka na, diyan ka na. O ka, dito ka na. Wala ka na pakialam sa'yo. Mga ganun ba? And I like the way you cooperated with the women and with the youth. Because eventually the MOFers will become Mayaf yan. Transition, in other words.
And including pastors. They're reaching out mission workers. Yeah, yan ang mga Mayap talaga.
Pwede po magsalita, Bishop?
Sige.
Apo. In behalf po doon, salamat po kasi dahil po sa tulong din po, hindi ko po naman po magagawa to kundi dahil po sa tulong ng 2 DS, ang mga butihing pastor na pumupunta po sa church, ay sa district office, lalo na, although makukulit po sila minsan, pero napakababait naman po nila. Yung mga favorite ko pong like ko po, ng mga WCS, UMM at mga kabataan.
Basta dadalasan nyo punta sa district office, dala nyo yung apportionment ninyo.
Pakidala po yung apportionment po.
Pakakapin kayo ni Presidente. Sige, any other comment, question? Yes, isa ring Mayap. Mayap yan, hindi na MOF.
Malapit na pong senior citizen, ilang years from now. Maraming salamat po sa inyong ulat. Bishop and members of this conference, I have a recommendation to make for adoption that the MAYAF would spearhead the observation of HIV/AIDS Sunday to our churches. That falls during, kung hindi ko alam December. Since they are very active in this particular ministry, I do recommend Bishop.
Yeah, let's hold your peace and then during the recommendation, you reiterate that. Sige. Any other comment, question? If none, those who would approve the report of the UMYAF, please lift your hands. Those who are opposed to the same, it is done. Recommendations.
Recommendation number 1, reiteration of the celebration of National UMYAF Sunday every 3rd Sunday of February to be followed by special offering. Katulad din po sa MYF.
All right, that is already approved, so we just remind you to observe that. Number 2.
Number 2 is organize the local chapter of MAYAP officers po. Kasi kung napansin ko po, 16 local churches pa lang po ang organize ang MAYAP. Pero nagpapasalamat po ako unang-una po sa Central kasi si Pastor Charles po ay ginagawa po niya yung lahat ng makakaya niya para po ma-organize po yung MAYAP dito. Sa NACS po kasi buo na. Kapag nalaman po kasi natin na yung mga MAYAP po ng mga malalaking simbahan ay organized, di ba po, challenge po yun sa bawat maliliit na simbahan.
All right, the question is, do we need to legislate this? It should not be legislated. That is expected that MAYAP shall be organized. And the question is, who will organize?
Tulong po ang kailangan.
Local chapter meaning local church. All right. Therefore, the workers of the church should take care of the UMYAF to be organized, to organize them. All right. Salamat po yung motion ni Sister Norma to observe HIV AIDS Sunday on kailan yon?
Every December 1.
Every December 1. All right, so those who would approve that recommendation to observe HIV living with AIDS on December, first Sunday of December, raise your hands. Thank you. Those who are opposed to the same. Mga kapatid, marami po tayo ina-approvean. Sabi nga ni Ate Mildred, yun ang taas ng kamay. Ilista nyo po para pag uwi nyo sa calendar, sama nyo na sa inyong calendar of activities yun.
Bishop, pwede po mag-invite?
Kakanta?
Hindi po, mag-invite po.
Mag-invite? Kasal mo na?
Hindi po.
Hindi pa. Oh, sige. Sige.
Conference bar po sa lahat po. Sa June 9 po ay magkakaroon po tayo ng tree planting po sa Marikina Watershed. Kung mapapansin nyo po, dalawa lang po yung aming gawain, yung pagbibigay ng gift giving at saka po yung pagsuporta po dun sa Care for the Environment. Sa June 9 po magkakaroon tayo ng tree planting sa Marikina Watershed. Nakipag-usap na po kami sa DNR. Ngayon po, ipapollow up na lang po namin at ipopost po yung mga poster po kung paano po yung pagpunta dun. Sana po supportahan po natin at ipanawagan po sa mga local churches po. Salamat po.
Sige po, please register that to my office so if I have time, I'll join you. Sige po, salamat. Palakpakan natin ang ating mga young adult fellowship. Now let's call on UMM. Are you ready, UMM? Sino president ng UMM? Alright, kung wala, UMWCS. Halika po kayo. Highlight ang basahin nyo, medyo mahaba ito. Sige po, you may proceed.
Good morning po, mahal na obispo at miyembro ng konferensyang ito. Ito po ay ulat ng kababaihan, Women Society of Christian Service ng Philippine Annual Conference. Kami po ay ang Women's Society of Christian Service ay composed po ng 2 distrito. Ito po ang Southwest at ang Northwest Metro Manila District. At sa pangatlong page po, nandito po yung aming vision, at ang mission at ang core values po. Ang vision po ay empowered women, UMWSCS in the Philippines of Transform in Human Society. Ang mission is deepening faith, spirituality, and theological understanding, family ministries, poverty, health, violence against women and children, leadership and membership, development, ecology, peace and justice, connectional links, Women Development Center, and Resource Generation, Christian Mission, Evangelism and Discipleship, the UMC Way. Ang core values, Christ-centered, Spirit-filled, mission-centered.
Ang purpose po ay meron din po at ang meron din kaming sinusundan na tema. Ang year 2018 ay ang tema po is Transform Family Empowering the Church. May mga biblical basis po iyan. At ito po ay ang aming mga nagawang activity sa loob ng konferensya 2017 hanggang 2018 from June 11, 2017 to kasalukuyan po. Tingnan nyo na lang po at napakarami pong activity ng kababaihan dahil po kami ay sumusuporta sa lahat ng connectional ng ating kababaihan, hindi lamang sa lokal hanggang sa national po. Naririto po ang aking ulat, mahal na obispo. Isang mapagpalang araw ang aking pagbati sa ating mahal na obispo, Sir Yaco Q. Francisco, sa ating dalawang district superintendent, D.S. Robert Chief Arcasio, D.S. Egmedio Bong Domingo, mga manggagawa, panauhin, kapwa ko delegado ng konferensyang ito, nais ko pong ipresenta sa inyong ang kabuuan ng Philippine Annual Conference, United Methodist Women's Society of Christian Service sa aking pamumuno sa taong 2018-2020. Pag tinawag ko po yung pangalan, nais ko pong makita nyo rin po yung kanilang mga mukha para kung nakikita nyo po sila, ay alam niyo po kung sino po yung officer ng kababaihan. Ang presidente po ang inyong lingkod, Josie Vargas ng Rason, UMC. Ang vice president po ay si Opelia Singwa ng St. Paul, UMC. Ang recording secretary, Miss Judy Ketlong ng Central UMC. Corresponding Secretary, Eseni Aison ng Pandacan, UMC. Membership Secretary, Emelita Hake ng Pandacan, UMC. Treasurer, Darcelyn Daihe ng Rason, UMC. Assistant Treasurer, Estrelita de la Cruz ng St. Mark, UMC. Auditor po namin ay si Nelly Calpito ng Zion, Pamplona, UMC. Ang mga coordinators po ay of course yung ating President ng Northwest Metro Manila District WSCS, si Ruth Caligya ng NACS UMC at si Imelda Agustin ng Southwest from Central United Methodist Church. Meron po din kami na spiritual life and worship sa pamumuno po ni Catherine Manuel ng Grace UMC at si Ate Susan Ang Garces ng Martyrs UMC. Ang study and program, si Deaconess Remy Pablo ng Central UMC at si Hubita Hizon ng Malabon Central UMC. Service and Project, Soledad Pavilane ng JTCS UMC at si Edeline Turing ng Bagbagin UMC. At nandito rin po ang aming mga advisor. Yung past president po ay si Inocencia Luz Makil ng Rason, Marieta Astudillo ng St. Mark, Cheniel Santiago ng Ten Commandments UMC at Helen Camarce. Mahal na obispo, sa konferensyang ito, kami po ay may 3 kababaihan ng tapat na naglingkod sa kanilang local church na kinabibilangan ng aming PACUMW SCS na pumanaw ngayong konferensyang ito. Ito po ay sina Perlita G. Rabara ng Central UMC, ang aming presidente, sa taong 2016-2017. At si Delia Bawan ng Southwest past president at si Manuela Hope Honorio ng Moonwalk United Methodist Church. Siya po ay advisor at officer ng National UMWSCS. At bilang pagpapatuloy po kasama ng mga kababaihan na handang maglingkod sa abot ng aming makakaya upang makapagpatuloy sa mga gawain para sa pagpapaunlad at pagpapalakas ng kababaihan sa bawat iglesia. Kami din po ay aktibo sa mga gawain ng ating mga koneksiyonal, kagaya ng Church Women United of the Philippines, World Day of Prayer, yung Fellowship of the Least Coin, yung inulat po ng ating mahal na District Superintendent ng Southwest, yung 5 Ps na sinasabi niya. Meron din po kaming piso, yung sa Least Coin po namin, every time na magpe-pray, magbibigay ka ng piso, ito po ay dinadala namin sa FLC para ito po ay dinadala naman sa ibang lugar sa East Asian. So World Day of Board of Women's Work, kami po ay nagiging bahagi din nito, Asuncion Perez, at ang sa Board of Women's Work, kami po ay pag-uulat ng ating MAYAF, kami po ay naging bahagi din ng pagsulong ng basic na kaalaman tungkol sa HIV para sa mga kabataan natin. At meron din po ay nakikipag-unayan din po kami sa Kamanaba, kababaihan ng area ng Kamanaba, at ang lahat ng gawain ng National UMWSCS, distritong kinabibilangan and local activities. Narito po ang mga ilang litrato na aming mga gawain sa taong ito ng 2017-2018. Yan po ay sa Grace UMC ng Batangas Mission. Sa Batangas Mission po ay mayroon na tayong 130 na kababaihan na miyembro ng Batangas Mission, Batangas Provisional Mission District. Sa pamumuno ng ating kapatid na Hope, ay naigather niya yung ating mga kababaihan doon. Thanksgiving po, yan po yung annual na ginagawa ng kababaihan para makapag-raise ng fund. Kasi marami rin po tayong binabayaran na mga connectional. Pag kami ay nagbabayad sa national, marami pong pinupuntahan yung mga binibigay naming membership at saka annual dues namin sa national. Ecumenical po yung labok ng CWUP. Asuncion Perez. Prayer FLC, Fellowship of the Least Coin. Yan po yung aming International Women's 4-Day of Prayer. Yan, nakibahagi din po kami sa gawain ng PAC Finance Committee ng ating konferensya.
Sige po. Okay. Tapos na po.
Recommendation na po ako.
Let's proceed to recommendation later. Lahat po ng, any motion to accept the report of the WSCS, Attorney?
Bishop, I move to accept the report of the WSCS. PAC?
PAC, UMWSCS.
PAC po.
Yes. May I just ask you a question? Just a point of inquiry. Because the way I understand it, yung PAC, WSCS is made up of two districts, right? The South
Yes.
and the North.
And
Pero may pumapasok dito. I'm just intrigued. Kamanaba. Ano ba ibig sabihin nito?
Opo. Ang Kamanaba po ay Caloocan, Malabon, Nabotas, Valenzuela na mga kababaihan na nakatira o mga church na belong dun sa area na iyon. So bilang kababaihan po ng Philippine Annual at sa mga connectional po natin, so nakikibahagi din po tayo sa lahat ng gawain basta may kinalaman sa kababaihan. So pwede rin po tayo sa iba't ibang denominasyon, hindi natin. Kasi doon po sa Kamanaba, meron pong mga kasama doon na hindi nakabilong sa UMW, United Methodist. So meron po tayo doong Malabon Community Church. At iyon po ay kabilang sa gawain ng mga kababaihan na kung saan ipinapalakas din natin ang kalagayan at ang fellowship ng mga kababaihan dun sa area ng Kamanaba.
Okay, malinaw po yun. Mayroon pa? Wala na. Lahat ng sangayon at tanggapin ang magandang ulat ng UMWSCS. Taas ang kamay. Salamat po.
Thank you
Yung
po.
total, ganun din. Meron po silang tagubilin na isa.
So meron po kami ditong rekomendasyon, mahal na obispo. Mungkahi po namin na sa bawat local church, mga mahal naming manggagawa, at na mabigyang puwersa ang pagpapahayag ng mga programa sa kanilang mga simbahan, katulong ng mga local president sa mga gawaing pagpapalago ng bawat kababaihan, mga basic na kaalaman sa pagpapatibay ng kanilang pananampalataya at pagsunod, kagaya ng spiritual enhancement, leadership training, fellowship of other women, and conferences. At isa pa po, wala po siyaan, pero nais ko rin pong manawagan sa ating mga young people o yung UMYAF na may edad na 40. So, pataas, magkaroon na po kayo ng moving up para po kami po sa mga kababaihan, ang aming kamay ay bukas na tumatanggap. Kasi po ang ano po ng edad ng kababaihan ay 40 pataas. So, masyado na pong matagal yung iba nating mga kababaihan sa Mayaf. Mag-move on na kayo.
Alright. So, meron pong dalawang kahilingan. Palagay ko, wag na nating i-legislate ito. Ito'y appeal sa mga manggagawa na i-promote natin yung program ng mga UMWSCS. Humihingi sila ng suporta sa atin. So please listen to the lay organizations. Pangalawa, yung moving up, yung ages 40 and above. Reminder ko lang po sa kababaihan kasi madalas ako nasa kababaihan eh. Ang programa niyo po kasi kuminsan ay intended for senior citizens. Wow. So, mayroon kayong programang ganon. So, try to adjust also to our age.
Wow! Yun, nakita niyo naman, no? Iba na ngayon.
Sige po. Pero nakita ko bata yung presidente. So, makakakonect kayo sa kanila.
Okay,
alright.
pangwakas po.
Sige po.
Sa aking pangwakas, nais ko pong gamitin ang pagkakataon upang magpasalamat una sa Diyos na lagi nagbibigay ng lakas at karunungan. Sa ina ng ating komperensya, Ma'am Tita Francisco, thank you po. At sa kanyang pagpapaunlak na maging tagapagsalita at anytime daw ay pwede siyang tawagin, handang-handa. Mahal na DS Robert Parcasio, na every time na may gawain ng kababaihan, talagang kahit hindi siya speaker, talagang sasaglit at sasaglit sa gawain ng kababaihan. At ang sa ating mga ilang pastor at diakonesa na sumusuporta sa gawain ng local, district at PAC kababaihan. Sa mga church na laging bukas upang kami ay mapagamit ng kanilang mga facilities sa aming mga pagpupulong at pagsasama-sama, lalo na po dito sa pamunuan ng Central UMC. At laging pinagdarausan po ng aming pagpupulong at mga gawain. Sa Grace UMC na lagi ding nakabukas para sa kababaihan, gawain, at sa Knox United Methodist Church na pag kami ay nagpapaalam, talagang kami ay pinapaunlakan. Sa Diyos po ang lahat ng papuri at pasalamat. Lubos pong gumagalang, Jocelyn Josie E. Vargas, PHC UMWSCS President.
Salamat po. Palakpakan po natin ang presidente ng UMWSCS. Alright, mga kapatid, it's overtime na po. So let's have recess muna. And I'll give you 15 minutes. Alam niyo po ba 15 minutes? Please come back on time because we have so many reports to finish today. Brother Manny, are you raising your hands?
Bishop and members of this conference, dahil natapos po yung mga report, ulat ng ating mga lay organizations, which is basically a group of lay people. Yeah. Ang akin lang pong panawagan sana o imbita, yung pong National Laity Congress po, Bishop, kung papayagan niyo mag-plug for 1 minute.
Mamaya na, pagkabalik natin. Kasi nakakondisyon ng magmeriende. Sige po, let's have a break. Recess muna po tayo and then let's come back at 11:05. Sige po, take your time at we have 15 minutes to have our personal thing. Sige, make your announcement.
Yung mga pastor po, tinatawagan po yung mga pastor. Dito po yung encoder ng BOP at pinamimigay po yung service records natin. Paki-check po at paki-update. Ganun din po, may folder din pong lumalakad. Paki-sign lang po pagkatapos nyong i-update yung inyong mga records. Importante po ito para sa pension.